Goblin Story by Elsie Homeland Minerick. One day a little goblin went by an old cave. It was old. It was cold. It was dark. And something inside it went bump. What was that? Bump! "Whoo!" cried the goblin. He got so scared that he jumped right out of his shoes. Then he began to run. Pit-pat, pit-pat, pit-pat. What was that? Something was running after him. Oh my goodness, what could it be? The goblin was too scared to look back. He ran faster than ever. But so did the something that went pit-pat, pit-pat, pit-pat. The goblin saw a hole in a tree. He jumped inside to hide. The pit-pat, pit-pat came closer, 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 till it stopped, right by the hole in the tree. Then all was quiet. Nothing happened. Nothing. The little goblin wanted to peek out. It was so quiet. Should he peek out? Yes, he would. He would peek out. And he did. "Eek!" cried the goblin. Do you know what he saw? He saw his shoes, his own little shoes, and nothing more. "Goodness," said the goblin, hopping out of the tree. "That old bump in the cave made me jump right out of my shoes. But they came running after me, didn't they? And here they are." He picked up his shoes, hugged them, and put them back on. "Good little shoes," said the goblin. "You didn't want to stay behind, did you?" he laughed. "Who cares about an old bump anyway?" he said. So he snapped his fingers and skipped away, just like that. Moved to the United States with her family when she was 4 years old. She became interested in writing for children after she became a first-grade teacher. There were times when she couldn't find enough books for her students, so she decided to write some books herself. Maurice Sendak is the illustrator. The illustrator is the one who draws the pictures. He knew he wanted to be a writer and illustrator even before he went to school. When he was old enough to have a job, he helped create comic strips every day after school. He grew up to write and illustrate many books, including Where the Wild Things Are. The monsters in this story remind Maurice of his aunts and uncles. And I've got that Where the Wild Things Are for you to listen to today on Epic, if you can tune in. Let's go ahead and look at the questions I want you to be thinking about as you're reading it today. What makes the story scary in the beginning? Why is the story funny in the end? These are the questions I want you to think about today. In this story, a goblin is being chased by something. At first, it is scary, but it ends up being funny. So I want you to think about those questions. Why is the story scary, and what makes it scary in the beginning? And why is the story funny in the end? That's what you're going to be thinking about today. Of course, this is a fantasy, so you can also think about reasons. How do we know it's a fantasy? What things in the story help us to know for sure that it's a fantasy? You can think about that as you read through today as well. Right, have a great day.